Hi, my name is Joel and this is Jonathan. So you've heard of food bloggers, fashion, lifestyle influencers. Well, the two of us are actually automotive influencers, the first of its kind, and we have 100,000 followers.
Sorry, actually, more like 100.
100 or 100,000?
100. No, 1,000.
100?
100.
Well, that's videographer. I think that part we cut out lah. We don't. Okay, so back to why we are here today. Basically, one of our first videos that we want to share with all of you is the new Volkswagen T-Cross. This is a very interesting car. I personally had a Volkswagen Cross Polo, and this car replaces that model, right? So we're going to do a video for you today. But guys, actually, before we start, I thought, can we a bit high tide? I need to go toilet first.
Yeah, I think lift is right here.
Okay,
Quick.
catch you guys later. Inside here.
Can try. Oh, not yet. That's not a toilet.
Oh, no toilet here, but John.
New Audi
Check it
A3,
out.
yeah. Wow.
Sportback and sedans.
New Audi A3. Didn't know they were in Singapore already.
Yeah. They launched
Saw-
in Europe. I think
Yeah, I saw
it was
pics online, but thought didn't expect to see it here in person.
Sportback and sedan as well, man.
Yeah,
Wow, it's quite nice, man.
it is very nice.
Wonder if there's anyone who can help us with this car.
Uh,
Some information.
you can try asking that guy over there.
Hi, sorry, just wondering whether you could help us, tell us more about the car over here.
Cam, who are you guys?
Oh, yeah,
Automotive influencers.
automotive influencers.
okay.
Yeah, we have like 100 followers on YouTube.
100,000 followers.
Actually,
100.
actually just 100.
no,
but,
no thousand.
yeah, but maybe after today we'll have 100,000. You know,
Okay,
so.
let's try to bump them up.
All right, thank you so much. Let's go.
All right, I'll show you the car.
Thank you. So maybe you could
do
just
you
tell
wanna
us a
know?
little bit more about what's this car doing here. No, we've read about it in Europe, but we didn't know it was in Singapore already.
Yeah, so we just had the launch of the new Audi A3 Sportback and Sedan
Yeah.
here for Singapore. And since we, at the moment, we can't do big events, right? So we do this online and we just filmed it.
Nice.
And, so we had just the launch for that.
Oh, no wonder. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe just tell us a bit more about the car, some new features that it might have or something.
Okay.
What's new and what's exciting?
Okay, so I mean, you can see that the design of the car has been revamped completely, so it looks super sporty.
Yep.
And also, when you look inside the car, you feel like you're sitting inside a sports car. So
Cool.
it's really beautiful. So that's the design aspect, right? So and then you have the engine of the car,
Yep.
right, which is a 150 horsepower, 250 Newton meter
Wow.
engine.
Cool.
So super powerful, most powerful and efficient engine in the segment
Right.
at the moment. And you have, and that's also unique in you have a 48 volt mild hybrid system in the
Cool,
car. That makes the
cool.
car super efficient also.
Right.
Right? And then also on the chassis, we worked on that. So you have this multi-link rear
Suspension.
suspension.
Cool.
And then you have also a lot of stuff packed into the car, technological features. So when you go around the car and you see the tail lights,
Yep.
so you have these sweeping LED
Nice,
indicators,
nice.
which always look super nice.
Yep.
Just like all the big Audi models.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you have the park assist, and you have the lane departure warning. So it's a lot of technology packed into
Wow.
that car.
Wow,
So all
nice.
the technologies that you guys would find also in an A6 or in an A8, and packed in a very compact package here.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
By the way, just wondering, how do you know so much about this car? Yeah.
Oh, work for Audi.
Oh, you work for
Oh.
Audi.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Could I have do you have a name card or something?
Yeah. Marcus.
Oh, thanks so much.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for your
Alright.
help. Yeah,
Guys,
thanks
good
for
luck
taking us.
with your
Or YouTube
with your
page. Yeah,
video.
thank
Yeah,
you so
and with
much.
your followers.
All right, thank you.
You should get your followers up.
We'll try.
100 is
We'll
not
always
so
try.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Wow, nice guy, that fella.
Mm.
Eh. That was Marcus Schuster. He's the MD of Audi Singapore.
Oops.
Hey, you call yourself car influencer, you didn't even know?
Neither you.
Chala, embarrassing, you know. So that's just us having a little bit of fun. Obviously, we're here for a very, very special preview of the new Audi A3. John and myself will take you guys a little bit deeper and more details. Come, follow us.
So it's the 4th gen Audi A3. As you can see, it comes in two body styles: sportback or hatchback, and the sedan, which is going to be the more popular seller in Singapore.
So obviously, you can see that there are some similarities in terms of the size to the old one, but there are some very nice highlights and cues that the new car has, and that is these flat rear and front fenders that really give it this muscular look. Now that's something I really love about Audi cars, especially in all their RS models as well, and they've sort of given even the base model that kind of a look, which is something that's really, really impressive
Right.
from the onset.
So in Singapore, there's only going to be one engine choice, and that is the Volkswagen Group 1.5 TSI Evo engine with 48-volt mild hybrid technology. So the car will be able to coast for extended periods on the highway. It's faster for the stop-start system, and generally, help with fuel economy and emissions.
So on the front, there are some similar geometric lines to the old car, but of course this looks a lot more modern. There are some new LED lights here. As you can see, the design is different, very sharp, very, very sleek. And on the rear, if you follow me, it's going to be dynamic tail lamps with the matrix lights as well. And since we're at the rear, standard on this new A3 is also an easy open, where all you need to do is just kick and the boot opens. Easy for carrying and loading stuff, especially when your both hands are full. So speaking of having your hands full, if you are the kind of guy that needs a little bit more of a practical space, well, the new A3 also comes in a sportback version. Slightly less popular than the sedan, but given its hatchback and mini wagon kind of styling, this is my personal favorite. You're given a lot more space at the back as well. Nice. So John, you have something for us about the interior?
Indeed, I do. So for the new A3, whereas the exterior is quite clearly an evolution of the previous car, interior is all new. The design is completely changed. As standard, you get a 12.3-inch virtual cockpit, digital dials, and 10.1-inch infotainment display. The old car had really nice knurled dials, knobs for the aircon controls, but now it's been changed to this row of buttons. This is more preferable to a lot of brands which now put the aircon controls inside the touchscreen, and that's really messy and distracting for the driver. Also new is this shift-by-wire gear selector. So instead of like your traditional gear lever, it's this tiny little rocker switch, which actually, surprisingly, it feels more tactile to operate than I initially thought. Finally, down here, you've also got this touch-sensitive audio control. So if you want to adjust the volume, you will just swipe your finger in a circle either direction, and you can also press it for to turn on and off, mute it, or skip tracks, whatever. So as I mentioned earlier, the sole engine choice in Singapore is going to be the Volkswagen Group 1.5 litre 48-volt mild hybrid 4-cylinder, shared with other cars like the upcoming Golf, Skoda Octavia, various other VAG products. So in case you didn't know, what a mild hybrid system entails is there is a starter generator attached to the engine, which is like a oversized starter motor / alternator which powers all the electrics in the car. It feeds into a small battery pack underneath the driver's seat, and it allows the car to coast to shut off the engine while coasting above 20 kilometers an hour and below 160. And it also has a torque fill function where it doesn't boost your peak power or torque outputs, but it helps give a little extra jump to the car when accelerating from low speed to help make the drive feel a bit more lively.
So another thing about the new Audi A3 is the fact that the rear suspension is now multi-link compared to the torsion beam that was in the previous model. That promises to be a much, much better drive.
And speaking of drives, in addition to the standard 1.5 litre A3, later this year we'll see the sporty S3 come along, and after that, the one that we are most excited for, the 5-cylinder RS3. That one promises to be quite an amazing drive.
And it might also be the last of its kind, right, John?
Unfortunately, the way emissions are going and emissions regulations, everything is going, the legacy, the great Audi 5-cylinder legacy started with the Quattro is, this might be, like Joel says, might be the last one.
Sad, but stay tuned. That's all for us today. We'll be taking a car out eventually on the road. Stay tuned for that story coming soon. Thanks.